The Legend of Teniente Gimo. She thought she was going home with a friend. She didn't realize she was stepping into the lair of a village ruled by monsters in human skin. In the quiet town of Duenas, Iloilo, nestled in the heart of the Philippines' Visayas region, lived a man known simply as Teniente Gimo. He was a Teniente del Barrio, a man of authority and dignity. People spoke his name with respect, but behind closed doors, they whispered it with fear. It was the 1930s, and a young nursing student named Corita, a classmate of Gimo's daughter, accepted an invitation to spend the weekend at their home. The Teniente welcomed her with warm smiles and hearty meals. The house was made of thick gnarl wood, its windows shuttered tight even during the day. The air inside was cool. Too cool, and there was always the scent of something metallic lingering, like blood that had dried into the walls. That night, Corita was given a room to herself. But through the paper-thin walls, she heard whispers in the native Hiligaynon tongue. Something about a pista feast, layman flesh, and Ihan Sia Sa last dose. She will be butchered at midnight. Terrified but clever, Corita didn't panic. She quietly slipped out of her room and into her friend's, where she found her sleeping deeply, too deeply. Fearing the worst, she switched places with her, wrapping her own blankets around the girl and hiding under the bed. At midnight, she heard the slow creak of the door. Their feet padded across the bamboo floor. Then came the heavy sound of a bolo being drawn, followed by a sickening chop, and a muffled thud as a body fell. The silence that followed was deafening. Corita waited, frozen in terror, until she was sure they had left. As dawn broke, she fled barefoot into the forest, running blindly through the thicket, her breath ragged with panic. She reached the nearest town by daylight and told the authorities everything. When they returned to Duenas, Gimo and his family were gone, the house abandoned, and the floor still slick with blood. To this day, locals believe Teniente Gimo was an aswang, a shapeshifter, a flesh-eater, a creature that walks among humans in disguise. Some say he escaped into the mountains, others swear they still see him in passing, unchanged by time, hiding in plain sight. His house still stands in Duenas, weathered but intact. Children dare each other to peek through its broken windows, where the shadows never quite match the shape of anything human. Never trust the kind face in a stranger's home. Sometimes monsters wear smiles better than masks.